Morning everyone. I am Bhuvaneswari, Assistant Professor in the PG Department of Commerce CA at ICT College for Women. Today we will be exploring an important topic in the business world. It is business communication. Specifically, we will discuss the meaning of communication, the different types of communication and the communication process. We will be discussing about the meaning of business communication. Business communication refers to the sharing of information within and outside an organization for commercial benefit. It involves the exchange of messages, information, ideas, and instruction among employees, managers, customers, suppliers, and other stakeholders. Effective business communication is critical for the successful operation of a business, enabling clear understanding, collaboration, and decision making. The next topic is types of communication. Types are: first one is internal communication, external communication, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, formal communication, informal communication, digital communication, and visual communication. The first type is internal communication. Internal communication refers to the exchange of information, ideas, and messages within an organization. It includes the communication that happens among employees, managers, teams, and different departments. For instance, a project team might use internal communication to share updates on their progress through emails and meetings, ensuring everyone is aware of deadlines and tasks. Additionally, managers might send out company-wide announcements through newsletters to keep staff informed about organizational changes or new policies. The second type is external communication. External communication refers to the exchange of information and messages between an organization and entities outside of the organization. This includes interaction with customers, suppliers, investors, regulatory bodies, and the general public. For example of external communication in social media engagement, a clothing brand uses Instagram and Twitter to post updates about new collections, special offers, and fashion tips. They also respond to customers' inquiries and comments on this platform. Purpose: to engage with customers, build brand loyalty, and promote products to a broad audience. The third type is verbal communication. Verbal communication refers to the use of words to share information with others. It includes both spoken and written forms of communication. Verbal communication is one of the most common ways to convey messages and exchange information, ideas, thoughts, and emotion between individuals or groups. For example, verbal communication within an office setting involves both oral and written exchanges. Oral communication includes face-to-face conversation, phone calls, and video meetings with colleagues, clients, or partners to discuss projects, resolve issues, or share updates. Written communication encompasses emails, memos, reports, and other written documents that convey information formally and create records for future reference. The fourth type is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication refers to the transmission of without the use of spoken or written words. It encompasses a range of physical behaviors and visual cues that convey information, emotions, and attitudes. For example, during a team meeting, a manager might sit upright and lean slightly forward when a team member is presenting an idea. This posture shows engagement and interest, encouraging the presenter and signaling that their input valued. Positive body language like nodding, maintaining eye contact, and an open postures can make team members feel more confident and supported, even if the manager doesn't say much. The fifth type is formal communication. The formal communication refers to the structured and official exchange of information that follows established protocols, procedures, and channels within an organization. For example, an employee sends an email to their manager summarizing the result of a completed project. The email would be formal with a clear subject line and professional greeting, structured content, and polite closing. It would focus on delivering key information efficiently. The sixth type of is informal communication, often referred to as the grapevine, is the casual, unofficial exchange of information, ideas, and opinions among employees within an organization. For example, casual conversation. Two colleagues bump into the in the break room and start chatting about their weekend plans. During the conversation, one of them mentions a new project they are excited about. The seventh type is digital communication. Digital communication refers to the use of digital technologies and platforms to exchange information, ideas, and messages. This form of communication leverages electronic devices and internet based tools to facilitate interaction and information sharing in various contexts, from personal communication to business and organizational settings. For example, video conferencing for meeting. A company holds a virtual meeting using platform like Zoom or Microsoft Teams. During the meeting, participants discuss quarterly performance, strategies for the next quarter, and make decisions on key projects. The eighth type is visual communication. Visual communication refers to the use of visual elements to convey messages, ideas, or information. It relies images, diagrams, charts, and other visual aids to enhance and understanding, facilitating communicates and support information processing. For example, presentation slides in meetings. During a board meeting, a PowerPoint presentation to purpose a new business strategies. The slides could include bullet points, diagrams, and visual timelines to illustrate key points and timelines for implementation. The next topic is process of communication. The first process is sender. The sender is the person or entity that initiates the message. The sender is responsible for encoding information or an idea into a clear and understanding format to convey it effectively to the intended recipient. For example, HR sending a policy change notice. The HR department prepares and sends a memo to all employees about a new company policy, clearly explaining the exchange and their implications. The second process is encoding. Encoding in the process of business communication involves converting thoughts, ideas, or information into a specific format, such as words, symbols, and gestures that can be understood by the receiver. This step is crucial as it determines how to effectively the message will be conveyed and interpreted by the audience. For example, writing an email. Converting your ideas or instructions into a clear and structured email using appropriate language and formatting to ensure the receptionist understand your messages. The third process is message. In the process of business communication, message encoding refers to the sender converting their thoughts or ideas into a clear, understandable form, such as words, images, or symbols. Message decoding. Message decoding is the process by which the receiver interprets and makes sense of the encoded message, determining the sender's intended meaning. For example of message encoding and decoding. Message encoding, email composition. Message decoding, interpreting emails. The fourth process is channel. In the process of business communication, a channel refers to the medium or method used to transmit the message from the sender through the receiver. Channels can be verbal, such as face-to-face meetings and phone calls, or non-verbal like email, reports, and memos, and the choice of channels affects clarity and effectiveness of the communication. Examples of verbal channels: face-to-face meetings. Face-to-face meetings means direct in-person discussions to collaborate on projects, solve problems, or make decisions. Next one is phone calls. Phone calls means quick conversation to clarify information, provide updates, or address urgent matter. Non-verbal channels. Non-verbal channels examples: emails and reports. Emails means written messages used for formal communication, sharing updates and documenting information. Reports means detailed documents providing analyze, progress updates, or performance reviews. The next process is receiver. In the process of business communication, the receiver is the individual or group for whom the messages is intended. The receiver interprets and decodes the messages, understanding its content and responding appropriately, which completes the communication loop. Examples: internal announcements. The next process is decoding. Decoding is the process of business communication, refers to the receptionist act of interpreting and making sense of the message received. It involves understanding the content, context, and intent of the message, which allows the receiver to provide an appropriate response or actions. The next process is feedback. The business communication feedback involves response or reaction messages sent in the organization, it serves two main purposes: clarification and improvement of the evaluation. For example, feedback, employee reviews. The last process is noise. The business communication noise refers to any interferences that disturbs the clarity and effectiveness of the message being transmitted. For example, physical noise means background distractions, technical issues. Psychological noise means preconceived biases and emotional states. Thank you.